Hello and welcome to today's health education lesson. Our lesson today will be focused on conflict resolution. Our learning target for today is I can describe and demonstrate the steps of conflict resolution using effective communication strategies. Do you remember the lesson where we talked about bullying and being an ally? During that lesson, we also talked about what conflict means. Do you remember what conflict is? Conflict is a disagreement or difference of opinion between equals, where no one is having fun and there is a possible solution to the disagreement. Think back to a time when you had a conflict with someone. Who was that conflict with? How did you feel? And how did you solve it? We define conflict resolution as a peaceful way of solving a problem. To help us solve conflict effectively, we use 3 steps. Step 1, stop and think. Step 2, share, ask, and brainstorm. Step 3, decide on a solution. Step 1 is stop and think. How do you feel? How can you use your calming down strategies during this time? What is it that you might need? You can think to yourself, I need blank because blank. Step 2 is share, ask, and brainstorm. This step is your chance to work on effective communication. You get to share your feelings, wants, and needs with the other person. You then get to ask the other person what they need. You also could check at this time to see if what you think the person wants and needs is actually what they're thinking. Then together you can brainstorm what you both could do. During this step, practicing assertive communication is key. Make sure to use I statements describing what you need and what you want in an assertive manner, being clear and respectful. Step 3 is decide on a solution. This may take some compromise to come up with the healthiest solution that best meets the needs of everyone involved. Make the decision together. Let's watch a short video clip summarizing how best to resolve conflicts.
It's important to have conflict resolution skills. Here's how it works. Conflict resolution is something that you need to practice, and it requires the effort of everyone involved in the conflict. Determine what the disagreement is actually about. Explain how you feel and how the conflict is affecting you. Listen openly to what the other person feels and needs, and try to understand their point of view. Brainstorm solutions that will make both people happy, or find a compromise that both people can live with and agree on what each of you will do. Stick to what has been decided, and if the solution is not working, start the process over. The more you practice conflict resolution, the better you'll become at it. Having the skill to resolve conflicts is a sign that you're growing up.
Now we're going to practice walking through the conflict resolution model together. Here's the scenario. Riley and I are good friends. We always sit together at lunch. One day, Riley decides that they would like to sit with a new friend that they met at camp. I feel really upset and stop talking to Riley. How can we use conflict resolution to solve this problem? Step 1, stop and think. How does this make you feel? Sad? Lonely? Confused? What do you need? Is it that you really want to sit by your best friend? Do you miss them? Step 2, share, ask, and brainstorm. Tell your friend how you're feeling using an I statement. I feel hurt that you no longer sit with me at lunch. I know you have a new friend, but I really want to sit with you. Then ask your friend how they feel. Maybe you find out that they actually feel really bad for the new person because they don't have a friend. Step 3, decide on a solution. Together, come up with a solution that meets both of your needs. Perhaps you both decide that all 3 of you will sit together and that your friend will introduce you to the new friend at recess today. For the Seesaw activity, you will select one of the following 2 scenarios and walk through the conflict resolution steps together. Step 1, or option 1, you and a classmate